Hi, it's Rebecca from Mystic Angel Healing. I am going to be doing a weekly tarot and oracle card reading for the week of March 25th through the 31st, 2019. I'm going to be using my little Morgan Greer tarot deck today and pulling a Return of Spirit Oracle card. These are by Cheryl Lee Harnish. I'd like to first of all apologize for telling you all last week that Mercury retrograde is coming to an end. I guess that was wishful thinking on my part. But Mercury does station on the 28th this week, and then it will be moving forward, but it'll still be a little wonky until about the 15th of April. So if you're having a hard time with the Mercury retrograde, remember that during a retrograde the energy slows down and we should be resting, revising, reviewing, recuperating, rescheduling things that aren't seeming to fit into our schedule that week. Anything that starts with an RE, relax, recover, regroup, revise, revisit, restore, reschedule, any of the RE actions that are a little more passive actions. So it's not about not being able to take any action, it's just that the action you should take is going inward a bit, is reviewing some things that you may have coming up again from the past. So because everything is kind of a spiral in life, it comes back around, and all you can really hope to do is move up the spiral instead of spiraling downwards. So try not to worry about it too much. The Mercury retrograde is in Pisces, and the Sun just went from Pisces into Aries. So I know we're all trying to hurry up and get somewhere and do something, but just relax a little bit for the rest of the week and be careful about communications and contracts and starting new projects. See if there's anything you missed, taking care of any loose ends that need to be tied up. This is a great week for that. So I'm going to be pulling 3 cards for the energy of the 25th through the 31st, for the beginning of the week energy, the middle of the week energy, and the weekend energy. So we're going to need 3 cards for the week. Alright, weekend energy. There we go. Super. Okay. So I have 3 cards that came up in reverse. The Judgment in reverse, the Lovers in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these right side up so that we have a week that looks like the Hanged Man at the beginning of the week, the Lovers in the middle of the week, and the Judgment at the end of the week. So the Hanged Man is Major Arcana. In fact, these are all Major Arcana cards. So the energy is going to be very powerful this week as far as having some sort of moment where you've been hanging out. And this represents, I think, the Mercury retrograde in Pisces energy. You've been hanging out for a while. You may feel stuck, but you're really not stuck. You're having an opportunity to take a time out. And it's not as passive as totally resting, but it's a more introspective kind of a passive where we've had some time, almost 3 weeks of Mercury retrograde now, to be reflecting on things. And you can see he's not choking to death. He's not in any harm. He's just hanging out. He's hanging by his foot. So this is really about reviewing towards this first part of the week. Take some time to reflect on where you've been where you're going or where you'd like to go, and create some sort of plan for yourself, a vision for yourself. So this is the card of seeing things in a new way, maybe consulting with somebody and running your idea by somebody, or discussing where you feel that you are being blocked or stuck, and having that other person say, hey, I don't really see it that way. I see it as this. I see it as a temporary this or that, or an opportunity for this or that. It's that you take the time to reflect on something you think is not working for you, but it actually is. You just need to look at it in a different perspective and perhaps review your idea with somebody else. Write down a plan or a vision, or make a vision board, if you know what a vision board is, so that you have something to reflect upon. During the middle of the week, I think that the Lovers is about not just the energy of creating something through a romantic, like a love union, like the alchemy that happens during a love union. It can be totally about that kind of alchemy where two people come together and create a third thing in the form of a child, or a creative something like a business, or a creative idea gets off the ground. But it's also about 6 is the number of the Lovers card, and it's always about a balance between giving and taking, giving and receiving, I should say. A balance, or a temporary sort of balance. Like this week could feel like, as the Mercury retrograde stations and it's about to move direct, you feel sort of this coming to a teetering, sort of balancing itself out kind of energy where your wobble kind of evens out a little bit. And maybe it's about making some choices, because this card is also about choices and balance and making choices that help you move on. So after you've been reviewing and reflecting, taking some time again to talk with somebody else about it. It's that kind of alchemy of two people interacting and creating a third thing that one or the other may not have come to the conclusion or created that idea on their own. So it's really about interacting towards the middle of the week to get, sorry, there's a glare on that. There we go. It's about interacting with others during the middle of the week to get some sort of resolution on whatever you've been reflecting on for this Mercury retrograde. And towards the end of the week, when we have Mercury moving forward, I love these like yellow and red colors here. It's very fiery and passionate, like the sign of Aries. It's very motivating, and root chakra and solar plexus chakra. And, you know, I've been speaking about healthy ego and taking action. So judgment is literally, you can see like this cloud and this trumpet announcing. It's like a wake-up call. And it's about, you know, some tarot cards will have an angel over a graveyard and people coming up out of the grave. It's like a resurrection. So I feel like it's a good time to make a judgment call, cut your losses, and proceed forward in like a more streamlined fashion. Like, so whatever you've been trying to do or planning on doing, whatever seems a little too complicated, like it's not getting up off the ground, you can figure it out by interacting, reflecting on things, and discussing it with people, and coming to a new version, a new, more simple, edited down or more streamlined version of whatever you were trying to create can move forward towards the end of the week, over the weekend, and I feel like it's into the beginning of the week next week. So that whatever happens this week, it's going to be carried forward for a couple more weeks throughout the month of April during the Aries energy, very fiery, very action-oriented. So if you feel like you haven't been making any progress, it's totally fine. This week, everything should get, the loose ends should get wrapped up, the editing should get done, things should streamline. You have the energy of that, so do that. That's the action you should take this week, is to get everything streamlined so in the next 2 to 3 weeks it can start moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a Return of Spirit Oracle card for the week. So Spirit, what is the main idea, the word, the main idea represented by the word on this card that we can reflect on? What is the word for pausing and reflecting and making sure that we don't skip over? They're saying don't skip over. What is the little detail that we should pause and reflect on? What is the detail that we do not want to skip over this week? Is that just one? Worthy. So this card is about self-esteem and feeling worthy. And in the Theta Healing inspired work that I do with clients who feel stuck or don't feel that their life is reflecting their desire, it's usually a worthiness issue, of feeling safe, able, worthy, and deserving, and allowed to receive whatever that thing is. So feeling worthy is part of feeling that you deserve to have things work out for you the way that you're working so hard at getting them to work out. So if you feel like you've been pounding the square peg into the round hole and you're not getting anywhere, it might just be about changing your attitude towards yourself and saying, I'm worthy, I'm deserving, I'm allowed to have this thing in my life, and then see how the energy shifts and how you can accomplish that thing effortlessly by just changing the way you feel about yourself. So I hope that was helpful for you. If you would like to have a private healing session where I help you with some of these hidden beliefs that are keeping you stuck, or if you'd like to arrange a private card reading via phone, FaceTime, Skype, Viber, or we could do a Google Hangout, all the information about me and how to reach me is down below in that little box. You can send me an email to rasincula@gmail.com and we'll arrange your private healing or reading session live via phone, FaceTime, Skype, Viber, or Google Hangout. Thanks so much, everybody. I love you guys. Have a great week. Hang in there. Mercury retrograde is coming to an end. We should be moving forward very soon. Get ready because it's going to be action-packed and you have the time to regroup right now. Get your ducks in a row because it's going to be fast and furious during Aries season. I am telling you. Have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Bye.